What about loot? How much loot should you put into your level or your adventure? Well, this is an important question because I've seen an awful lot of beginners at designing levels and adventures thinking that the way to have people enjoy a game is to give them a lot of stuff. But that's not the way to do things, especially if you're concerned about the long-term success of the game. When in doubt, err on the side of stinginess. Now by loot I mean money, jewels, gems, items that help you out, guns, magic rings, armor, flying suits, whatever it is, stuff that makes the character more capable. You want to design, or I think you should want to design, a level or adventure where the journey is enjoyable or interesting or fun or whatever you want to call it. People want to play because of that, not because they get lots of loot. Any fool can give people lots of loot. There's no skill at all there. And you take the risk of endangering the balance of the entire game if you give too much stuff. Think about the possibility in a fantasy role-playing game of giving somebody instant communication capability or enabling them to fly. You might want to do that, but the capability of flight changes fantasy adventures immensely. And so you don't want to do it unless that's part of the plan for the game or the campaign as a whole. The game or campaign is much more important than the individual levels or adventures. And if you're involved in a video game, then the level is definitely subsidiary to the game, and you as a level designer are subsidiary to the game designer, who may also be you, of course. But you always have to think, how is this going to affect the game as a whole? Now, on the other hand, players expect loot, and modern players have become spoiled, I'd have to say. Many of them expect to be rewarded at every turn. It doesn't make sense for orcs, say, to carry much loot, but everybody expects loot drops. The game becomes more a playground than a game. On the other hand, you have old school players who want to earn what they get. They don't want to just be given things. They're not interested in participation as a reward or a reward for a participation. They're interested in doing well in order to be rewarded. And of course there are stages in between those extremes at every point. So here once again you have to know your audience, your target audience. The easiest way to ruin a game is to give out too much loot. And once you've done that, it's pretty hard to fix without causing hard feelings. So err on the side of stinginess.